This is called Work Needs Work. It's a blueprint for reinventing work in America and beyond. The world of work needs work. Too many people can't find work they like and are good at. Too many employers can't find workers they're happy with. Well, here is a first crack at a blueprint for reinventing work in America and beyond. Paid work should not be required, but people who opt out or who are fired repeatedly would get what I call Columbia treatment. In a low-cost neighborhood, like where Columbia is located, living in dorms, eating dorm food, and getting basic health care. If it's good enough for Ivy League students, it's good enough for able-bodied, able-minded people who choose not to work. Making work optional would also improve the pool of workers. If they're choosing to work, by definition, they're more motivated than the pool that opts not to. People who choose to work are generally more competent than people who are generally incompetent. And making work optional would also address the shortage of good jobs, far better than would a mandated 30-hour maximum work week. The latter would mean that employers would have to lay off the good workers, in-demand workers, in favor of those who couldn't even get 30 hours of work a week. That would result in worse products and services for us all. The school and college curriculum should include discussions of work's benefits, which, in addition to money, adds meaning to life, fulfills our social contract to be contributory, and distracts us from our woes. A work curriculum should also teach the art and science of ethical entrepreneurship. Only private sector jobs and create other jobs. Taxpayer-funded public employment doesn't. That's robbing Peter to pay Paul. That said, people who can't find private sector employment but want to work should be given public sector jobs. For example, fixing sidewalks and potholes, beautifying our streets with plants and painting over graffiti, and even tutoring. Pay should be capped at, for example, $300,000 a year. In this case, the advantages of free market are outweighed by the populace's resentment of very high salaries. That cap is different from ill-advised price controls on products, because few high-salaried people would opt to not work just because their salary was capped at $300,000. In contrast, if, for example, food prices were capped, manufacturers would be disincented to expand to meet the demand, and other businesses would go bust. The result, food shortages. Of course, there are rewards other than pay for good workers: praise, title, flexible hours, ratio of remote versus in-office work, better suited job description, points, gamification, and respect of peers. Maybe most ambitious, we need a federal effort to better predict what career and job type best suits a person and what candidate employers should select for a given position. That could be accomplished by analyzing a large data set of employees for each of the few hundred most common occupations. Well, what do you think? Anyway, that's called Work Needs Work, a blueprint for reinventing work in America and beyond. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, and certainly would welcome you to take a look at any of my 34 books. Probably most relevant to this would be Thought Experiments, or Work Stories, or How to Do Life, or Careers for Dummies. But in any event, all 34 are on Amazon. Just go there, search on my name, Marty Nemko, Nemko, and you will find more than you can stomach. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.